Okay, everybody. So I'm assuming you saw part A. That's Court Cam. And as a matter of fact, I am subscribed to that channel, and I saw this, and I see people send it to me. The judge just spoke facts. And if you want to solve a problem, you're going to have to admit it. It's like a person. It's like, oh my God, your arm is bleeding. It's partially severed. We need to go ahead and go to the ER like right now. Okay, it's bleeding. It's severed. No, I got this Band-Aid that my grandmama gave me. You might bleed out. You could have internal bleeding. We need to go to the ER. But no, no, no. I'm just gonna wrap it up with this towel. I'll be okay. And I got some scotch tape. Yeah, not gonna work. So again, we've been saying it's nothing new, but it needs to be said so it can resonate because guess what? Until we admit the problem, you're not gonna be able to solve it. Okay? So like she said, he already had a charge of DUI. Now two subsequent charges, and he's got what? 6 cases pending before the court, but he's a good father. So a good father with a DUI, and then you catch 2 additional cases. I'm assuming DUI, driving under the influence. What if the child is in the vehicle with him? Gee, it's not unlikely for people who do these things to do what? Get into an accident, and then next thing you know, the party over here, another vehicle, they're unalive. Oh, but that person that caused it, or they're so gassed up, they're okay. The judge said basically he's
per se. What I the concern that I have is that he's gotten 2 subsequent charges, one of which definitely involves alcohol since he got a DUI. And so all of these things coming into play, you can present all of this to me as the reason why I shouldn't put you in a jail, but none of that kept you from getting 2 subsequent charges after a DUI.
too dumb to stay free. Are you having some problems and you think drinking is it? 2 additional charges after that.
I don't understand what's going on.
What's going on? Been coddled, and I'm thinking in his mind, seeing a black female judge, oh yeah, he probably thought he had it made. Why? Because the judge is African American. And in this community, we are led by a matriarch. The men are coddled. The women are raised to be soldiers by the age of 3, but to get you a job. I'm being facetious, but you get the point. The women are raised like to be a soldier. You are not a princess. You got to get out there and get it for yourself. The judge got it for herself, like most of us.
You have 3 different pending cases, not charges. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
cases.
6 pending charges before the court, and over the course of 2 years. And
too dumb to stay free, can't get it together, but let his grandmother, who's in the court praying, what have you, allegedly, let her tell it. He's a good father. You're risking yourself. This man is risking himself, not just only himself, his safety, but the safety of the community. Again, what if he goes out there and unalive, somebody gets killed in a car accident? Oh, but he had to get his drink on. What if he's doing this and the child is in the car? I mean, we know for many, kids aren't valued. We've seen gangsters out here in the streets knowing they got some heat, the block is hot for them, and they'll go run some errands and then use the kids as a shield. That's how it's looking, as a shield, and then look up, oh my, the gangsters doesn't care either. Don't care about the kids. Next thing you know, the car, they still shoot at them, and the kids are in the vehicle with them. We've seen that on the news.
I think the last case involving alcohol, Your Honor, was the one ending in 0297.
So how many cases involving alcohol do you need? Is he going to be babysitting the child? Oh, he laid out and drunk, and the child got outside and wandered into the street and got hit by a vehicle. But hey, let Mimar tell he's a good father.
He's on test every 2 weeks for substances. If he misses a test, he comes back to jail.
So now that part right there about him testing, listen, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes ahead and tests, and guess what? You look up, he end up testing, and guess what? It wouldn't surprise me. He's going to probably fail one of those tests and be back in jail again. It's not uncommon. Too dumb to stay free. Let's continue.
Contact, not
now let's go back to this here. He's basically co-parenting with him and quote his baby mama. They're co-parenting, and obviously based on this court hearing, even that isn't going well because there's dysfunction, and that's why his mother and grandmother have to step in. Would they step in to help a young black woman go to school like that, let her stay free, maybe keep her child? Would they step in for that, for a young black woman to maybe start a business? Would they step in for that? But no, they will step in for these men. That's why I have no sympathy. These men are coddled, and that is why they cannot function in society when it comes to being accountable for their actions.
If he tests positive, he comes back to jail. That's fine, Your Honor. All right, draw up the order. He'll go to he'll make an appointment with the probation office, and he'll test every 2 weeks. If he misses a test, he's coming back to jail.
He probably will.
If he tests positive, he's coming back to jail for any substance, alcohol, or anything else. Thank you, Your Honor. All right. You can go back with the sheriff's office, Mr. King. He's not to have any contact, no contact, not social media, not text message, phone, nothing with Frazier, K.N. Frazier. Any contact with her, he comes back to jail.
Now, K.N. Frazier, it sounds like that's the name of the baby mother. Okay. So again, it looks like they're trying to co-parent. That isn't going right. It looks like co-parent. They ought to call it co-parent with mama parent and big mama parent, because that's who's all involved here. That's who's all involved in trying to help him co-parent. Listen.
That's the baby mama, I take it. Yes, Your Honor, that's correct. Okay, no, still. Because I'm assuming that he hasn't married this woman or legitimized that child. Not to my knowledge, Your Honor. We're going to start doing stuff the right way. Until those things happen, he is not the legal parent of that child.
Now that, I disagree and agree. When she said we're going to start doing stuff the right way, that, Your Honor, sounds nice, but I doubt it. And I'm glad she did that. Until he legitimizes his part as a parent. What did she say?
Until those things happen, he is not the legal parent of that child.
And I'm glad she said that, because here's why. I've seen issues. It could be a car accident. It could be something happens with litigation, and then guess what happens? The child can receive damages. I've seen baby mama, car accident, child's in the vehicle, dad's not in the picture. When that happens, he's not don't go giving his name. Now, I'm not sure when it comes to that, if they're able to find out who the parent is, if they go that far, but don't go giving out his name. If you're a single parent, the sole provider of your child, you're it. You're going it alone. Why? Go ahead and give dad his name out there, and you might see what might happen. Now, this has been a while ago, some years ago. Things may have changed. I've seen it happen. Next thing you know, they want his name on it too. And now you got to call the dysfunctional, abandoning your child dust bucket. It's like, oh, well, little Nancy, little Kiki's been in an accident, and, they want you to go ahead and sign off on the release, both the parents. Accident? How much money are we talking about? Oh, she's going to get like $8,000, $10,000. He'll show up for that. He may not sign it. Hold up your check. I want to get my part too. What if and it's like, wow, you don't think they'll put both names on the check? That was the concern. It's like, you don't think they would put both names on the check, do you? I don't know. They probably will as a parent, because it's a minor child. So now, all of a sudden, we got a problem. All of a sudden, what? We got a problem. What's the problem? His name is on the check, and I mean, you can't sign it without him. So I agree with the judge, and I'm sure she's aware of that. For her, that's the reason people say that. That's the reason some people say that. I've seen it happen. It's like, oh my gosh. Yep. So that right there, don't go open up your mouth. Well, yeah, the baby, don't say nothing about him. If I were you, if it applies to you, that happened, don't say anything. The parent, me, it's just the two of us, me and my child. Don't go open up his mouth about baby daddy, because you might open up a can of worms. So yeah, that right there, he has to honor the woman. And as a black woman, you're putting your life on the line through childbirth, because we have a high chance of what now? If it comes to a life-saving measure, we're complaining about issues after giving birth that we're being ignored, which can basically cost us our lives. So you're really putting your life on the line. And yet and still, which I don't think he's a good candidate for marriage anyway, they're not even probably given the option of getting married. So gonna start doing things the right way? No, it's been baby mama for decades. Baby mama for decades. I don't think all of a sudden they're gonna start quote doing things the right way, but let's continue.
If folk just want to come out here and just be having babies, that's on them. But understand the situation it puts you in when you don't have those things in place. And so, no, he's not to have any contact with the baby, not through the grandmother. Don't the grandmother can't call her. No, y'all can't see the baby unless unless the Superior Court of Clayton County or the court where the baby resides decides that there's a visitation that has been set up due to a legitimation petition that has been filed. So this is the sacrifice you're gonna make. When we start doing things the right way, then we don't have these issues. But no contact with Kay and Frazier or the child of Kay and Frazier.
Now listen to this here. As I keep telling you, the men are coddled. We all know that. I have no sympathy for them. They have it a lot easier than black women because black women, we are on our own. Now, won't he they're doing everything for him. So this here is about him legitimizing his child with the baby mother. And look who's stepping in. Here come Big Mama.
No, Grandma, no. Come on up, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I, Your Honor?
See, your grandson is in this situation because somebody's always taking up for him and he's not getting responsibility.
That's it. But when a black woman becomes a baby mama, she should have chose better. Oh, that's on you. You got yourself pregnant. But when it comes to those men, just like the video where the lady was like, young girl, so frustrated, looks like what, early mid-20s, and she was telling the father, the kid's going to be at the fire station. And like she said in that video, every time something happens, they're calling everybody but him. Gee, why is that? Every time something happens, they're doing what? Calling everybody but him. Calling his mother. What was the kid now, I believe, with his mother? Calling everybody but him. Why? Because they don't value children and they don't want to be bothered. And in this community, we are led by a matriarch. That's okay. Super Boo Mama, Super Boo Grandmama, they're going to come to the rescue. And that's how when they get into society, black women, we are already used to because you've been raised like a soldier. You got to go get it. You're not coddled. You were raised as a soldier, go to school. It's a shame. You got some kids, besides going to school, coming home, cooking dinners and cleaning and doing laundry. You doing all of that? What's he doing? Sitting up chilling. Then you've been raised to be a soldier. Nothing for you to go out there into the real world, having children, working 2 jobs and going to school. How do you do that? Working 2 jobs and going to school and you're a mom too. Wow. You have to because no one has on that cape for you. What's he doing? Sitting up chilling. So using his mom and grandmom to go pick up the children. So already the judges said they're not going to legitimize his role as a parent, okay, until he handles accordingly. And as Super Boo with the cape, Meemaw style. Oh, look at that style. Oh, check this out. Here she is stepping in again. I want to get the information. Let this man go to be a man. Everything is done for them. Come on up, ma'am. See, your grandson is in this situation because somebody's always taking up for him and he's not getting responsibility for the things he's doing. That's why I tell black women, you better be selfish. You can see the trajectory of the community. This is nothing new. Start being selfish. It's all about you. I got a call yesterday and I had to say no. I'm not coming off in. I'm not. See about you. See about you. No one coddles you. We screw up, it's on our own. Baby mama, she's on her own. But when it comes to these men,
And thank you for allowing me to speak. But what we did, his mother and I, when they were having their dispatch, we only go pick up the baby now. or me or his mother.
And you shouldn't have to do that because they should be grown enough. If they're grown enough to have a baby, they should be grown enough to co-parent. But anytime the grandmama and the mama have to get involved in transporting the baby because they can't get along, that tells me that they're immature and shouldn't have had the baby in the first place. So he needs to grow up. And no, I'm not going to facilitate that. No, ma'am.
Well, actually, it was his idea.
I don't care.
Not to have the interaction.
I don't care.
So hold on. So he put a child here, and now his idea not to have an interaction. So he goes to his mother and grandmama. Y'all go pick him up. Again, I keep on telling these men that are caught like this here, these dust buckets. You look, they might as well put a tutu on. A princess with wearing Timberland boots. They're treated like a little princess wearing Timberland boots. They have more support than black women will ever get. We can't catch a break. I did a video on my Patreon. Can't catch a break. The hatred is so strong, the dysfunction. Always a problem. Finances. Even from the movie industry, which is, a different deal, the music industry, the videos. I thought about, look at Tony Braxton TLC, doing all that singing and performing. Who do they have over them as managers? Always a money problem. Anybody come to their rescue? This here with Oprah and Taraji. Sure, I think Taraji been wearing Mammy biscuits. And I see maybe 50 cents coming out in her support. But she on the stage crying about the disparities. Nobody, they wanted to go ahead and count Monique as the bad guy. Now we know. Other people speaking out. Black women basically like thrown to the wolves. We have to handle every fight on our own. Every fight on our own. That's why when all that marching was happening, you saw so many women. Where were the men? Don't tell me they were all busy at work. We know that's not the deal. We have to handle every fight on our own. These men have a safety net. It's time for you to start being a safety net. Be the safety net for yourself. So even right now, here comes Big Mama. She wants to go ahead and get a word for her son. Continuing to coddle, even in the courtroom. I'm not going to let it be said that he's not a good father. Continuing to coddle. If it was a black woman, or I wouldn't be surprised to hear, well, I can't be taken off work now. But look, rearranging our lives all over this right here. So you create a fatherless home, you can't even go and pick up the child. Y'all can get along. What's going on? Obviously, there's a drinking problem based on DUI charge. And then 2 charges after that. He's got 6 pending cases with the court. So, I wonder where the problem lies in communicating.
I don't care.
Not to have the interaction.
I don't care.
So it's his idea not to have an interaction with the baby mother so that they step in. It speaks volumes. Just to pick up a child, can't even get that part right.
And no, I'm not going to facilitate that. No, ma'am.
Well, actually, it was his idea.
I don't care.
Not to have the interaction.
I don't care. He had a baby with that woman. If he can't now co-parent with her, that tells me something about the fact that they shouldn't have even had a baby together. So no, y'all can't have any contact with her until such time as that baby is legitimized through the courts.
And what court do you do that?
Superior Court. And that's not your job, ma'am.
See, already. What court do you do that? I guess they can go get the ball rolling. What court do you do that? He hasn't asked that question of the judge. What court do you do that? Already get the ball rolling. Why? For Cletus. He didn't ask that question. Or whisper to his attorney, how do I do that? Why? More than likely, I'm going to say he doesn't care. But we're going to go ahead and put up a front for him. Now, so-and-so, the judge said what we need to do. I mean, they caught him like a 5th grader, a child, grown behind men. When the judge said that, I didn't see him whisper to his attorney, how do I do that? That tells me he doesn't care. But Big Mama's going to go ahead and ask. Wow.
I'm just I just like to have the information.
I get that, but we are raising trifling men.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing so much for them that we're not raising men. We're raising little boys that some other woman is gonna be burdened with taking care of. Even when if he gets back with Kay and Frazier, she gonna have to do everything for him because
that's raising trifling men. But raising a black woman to be a soldier. Then that's why when I've heard, some stuff I have less on a friendship level. Educated women, black women. Girl, so what are you doing? Oh, I'm looking for him a job. But I thought aren't you at work? Yeah, girl, but I got mother screen up looking for him a job. So you're educated, half a degree, you've got a professional job, you have a dust bucket at home, a dust bucket man, and he's not working, but you at work, and so, but you're looking for him a job. Shouldn't it be what he's doing? Because he's not working, so he definitely has time on his hand. But you're on your job looking for your man a job. That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. You're looking for your man a job. And that's why they leave their mama's house to the baby mama's house. And see, some women don't understand. Some women are making you a baby mama. That's the plan. Why? Want to have access to you, then move in. Why do these men have to always move in with a woman? Most of them don't have their own. Then, next thing you know, the monster that his disappearing father created by not being there, and the mama coddling him like he's some kind of porcelain prize. The next thing you know, it's all on you. And then guess what? When things don't go his way, tantrums. Only thing is, sometimes these tantrums can leave you 6 feet under. You want to all of a sudden make him be a man. Well, his father wasn't there. His father wasn't a man. His father just abandoned him. That's what his dad did. His mama didn't make him a man. She coddled him. So now you have all the responsibility and you want me to be a man. We got a serious problem. He ready to roll up on you. He might pull up and they might have to pull you out in a body bag. So he left his mama's house. He was a problem. Now you pick him up. He's a problem on you. Why? They're raising weak men. They are coddling these men. Gonna shield them from society. But black women, you get the boot every day. And then after you survive on your own, now you got to come back and support me while they coddled her son. Oh, all my money went to my son. And, I'm retired. And daughter, where are you at? Colin is over. 2024, leave the dust at the door. Let's continue.
Men. We're doing so much for them.
But what are they doing for their daughters? That's what I want to know. You know the answer.
And that's not your job, ma'am. That's his job.
I just like to have the information.
What you gonna do with it?
But we are raising trifling men. We're doing so much for them that we're not raising men. We're raising little boys that some other woman is going to be burdened with taking care of.
And that's what they do. And that's why even in the home, what I mentioned about that young girl, I'm going to go ahead. She's paying her bills. She got a boyfriend now working. Then she got some children. And I'm going to pay my brother's probation fees. 2 brothers paying probation fees. What, girl? You're paying the probation fees? Why didn't the mama step in? Well, she helping mama too, I'm sure. You paying the probation fees. That's the BC, the matriarch. They raise black women to be soldiers, bear everybody's burden, and then when they make it, kick you in the ground, talk trash to you, go build for a whole other community. Where's the return on your investment? Mama's coddle, now they pass them off to their daughters or pass them off to another black woman. And then you out there, here you go. Everything is in your name. The house, the apartment, the car. It's all on you. Then you're like, you're going to have to get a job and do something. He ready to buck up at you. Why? Big old Prince said he can be wearing size 13 Timberlands. He might as well put on a tutu. He might as well put on a little ballerina. Unbelievable.
Even if he gets back with Kay and Frazier, she gonna have to do everything for him because you and his mama are coddling him. There was a time in this country where once you left your parents' house, you were responsible and you had to make your way and be responsible. Every successful person I know, including myself, You get from your parents instructions when you finish high school. Hey, you I don't know what you're gonna do. College, military, work, but you can't live here.
And that's the speech that they pretty much give to young black women, not the men. Black women will live by a matriarch in this community. They will tell their daughters this. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But as a collective, let's be real. What's he doing? The son is still sitting up there chilling. Son is still sitting up there chilling. He just relaxing. Up with mama. With mama. And then she'll try to extract dollars from her daughters and do what? Pay for her son. I've seen two girls, they're sisters, live with mama. She was charging them, and she very mean. She was charging them $400 each. And hold on, had an extra bedroom. Told them, no, you stand here. They got a share room. In their 20s, got a share room. Put themselves through college. You've got to share a room, $400 each. But they had a young black man standing in the family. He stayed there for 5 years and didn't work. Eat, sleep, watch TV, repeat for 5 years and did not work. But yeah, she's still like, but you have an extra bedroom. No. I said, oh, she's gonna make it, what she's doing is making it uncomfortable for you. So you got an extra bedroom here. Let each girl have their own bedroom. No, you're gonna share one bedroom and $400 a month. And when they didn't have their money, so yeah, you think you hating on Big Mom. Well, you gonna say how it's gonna turn out. When they didn't have their money, you know what she did? Because they were trying to find jobs, out of college. You know what she did? Told them to leave. They didn't leave. Their mother called the police on them. How do I know? Because one of them was my homegirl, and she called me. We have nowhere to go. The mother called the police on them to get them out of her house. And they were like, and I'm thinking, well, I didn't think it was right. But she's like, yeah, the police said, it's just best you all leave. She said they were laying in the bed watching TV. Next thing you know, the police come through the door and told your mom watch out of the house. I thought I had to evict somebody, but it was a black cop. It's just the best you all leave right now. And they left, packed up in the car. She's like, hey, we don't have anywhere to go. So came up with some little money for a hotel to get things figured out. That's why I keep telling you to be selfish. Be selfish. One more time.
The fact that they shouldn't have even had a baby together. So no, y'all can't have any contact with her until such time as that baby is legitimized through the court.
And I think that's a good idea because you know why? The contact, next thing you know, the mother and child might end up getting hurt. You know how these dust buckets are.
If he gets back with Kay and Frazier, she gonna have to do everything for him because you and his mama are coddling him. There was a time in this country where once you left your parents' house, you were responsible. And
look, the men are not responsible while they're in the house or out of the house. Not responsible. So this here, she said it correctly. Coddling men. They go from their mama's house to the baby mama's house. If you notice, they always have a safety net. If it wasn't for black women, I'm telling you, that they always have a safety net. And gee, look at the black women that's up her. That's why I'm like, hey, wait a second, whoa. All these black women homeless, and the dust buckets love that. Where's Big Mama? Where's Mama? Where's Big Mama? We have more enemies than we realize. Where's Mama? Where's Big Mama? We don't need to ask where Daddy is. The joke have been gone. Where's Big Mama? Where's Mama? Where's the church at? Where are they? Can somebody tell me? You better start saying about yourself. Make yourself a priority. People start needing the resources. Stop and think, what's in it for you? You want to do a good deed, okay? But don't sit up, let's give to it hurt. Yeah, and it's going to hurt when you're sitting outside with nowhere to go at the homeless shelter. Again, where's Mama? Where's Big Mama? Where's the church at? The same ones that sit up here and depend on you. Where are they? Please tell me. Where's your assistance? Again, these men, they maybe have a size 13 Timberland shoe on, Nike, Adidas. Might as well put a little tutu on them. The coddled princes. No matter what they do, they'll have support. Black women who's going to support you. Anyway, let me know what you all think about this video. Feel free to share your experiences. Feel free to also comment, like, subscribe, and share. And thanks for watching. I'm out.